shadows where the seeds are sown. Fingers tapping on a Ouija board. Broken silence like a shattered chord. Eerie hums in the dead of night. Is it truth?
Stop touching the buttons.
I'm still jamming over here.
I will play it again later.
Oh, I love you guys.
We made a mess out of it again.
Oh, it's
Again.
fine. It's funny.
Well,
We are
if
allowed
you-
to.
What?
We are allowed to.
Yes, we are. Because we call ourselves newbies, even though we are years in the field.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can make mistakes and pronounce things wrong and mess up with StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew that.
I will try and share out. So if you will start, Shane,
I will
why
start.
are you swapping?
Because I want Todd in the middle.
Hi.
Make it look like
Oh.
I'm trying.
Sorry, I can't help it. It's because we started in before we got live.
Yes. Yeah.
We're
What
gonna
the
have a
heck?
lot of fun.
It's
What the heck,
okay.
what?
I'm working on sharing it out here, guys.
Yeah, I got a notification. Facebook was not allowing me to post anything from StreamYard, but we are live.
Yes, we
So-
are.
That's what's important. That's what's
Oh.
important. Here we are.
Yeah, I won't repeat what I said earlier
No, don't.
about those flying things. But
No, don't.
no, it,
Poor Mary. She's
no,
off to a bad start, Shane.
Yeah,
Look,
cheers.
yeah, it's not.
It's all
really-
good.
Yeah,
It's all good. We're here and we're all connected. My goodness, back in the day, it was a feat just to have that done. It took a good half hour to get everybody connected. This is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
yeah. We did 15 minutes about it.
Somebody call Guinness. We got a world record.
Yeah.
Yep.
One day, I won't mess up.
It's all fun.
Yeah, I don't mind. Let's keep it friendly, nice, with lots of laughs, and that's us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of
That's the way
fun
it's
and a
supposed
lot
to
of
be.
laughs. And
We've been-
stupid
we-
mistakes.
We've been having a lot of fun.
Yes.
Backstage, holy cow, it's been a blast.
Yeah, that's us.
So now we're going to continue on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
exactly.
So I shared out and I will
Yes.
put on the comments in my screen. I have them on my phone as well. Let me see if I have the sound off because that would kill me.
Yeah, I love it.
The mistakes I'm going to be paid off and lecture on next week.
Hey, if we don't
Yep.
make them, we don't learn from them. That's what it
True.
is. You got to learn.
True.
Yeah, and at the end, I don't mind. No one is doing the podcast like we do. So,
Unique.
hi,
Absolutely.
Noreen. Nice for you to drop in. I love my voice because I was shouting earlier.
Just a
Wow.
tad.
But I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
we got you back, and you wrote a book, and you have courses, and you can put your name down for any course on your platform.
Mhm.
And you did a GoFundMe because you wanted to be free of charge.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I want to have you back. So
Oh, so
yeah,
much to talk about then. Holy cow. I mean, a lot's happened.
yes.
A lot's happened here. I mean, that the second book's taken me about 3 years to finish, but it's done. My first one came out on Halloween 3 years ago, and this one's going to be released on Halloween this year. And it's called The Haunted Voice Life After. It's a continuation. It's part of the Haunted Voice series. It's a trilogy when I'm done.
Yeah.
The first, it mixes the book entails stories of my life from my childhood, teenage years to when things went sour, to where I worked corrections and then ended up behind bars myself. That's the big
No.
twist. Um, that's in the book as well, along with a bunch of paranormal. From the first book, the feedback I got from that, everybody wanted more lessons, more guidance, more advice. So I put it all in there. I even put a glossary in there. I put how to analyze your EVP. There's a whole chapter right there, step by step, how to do it with audition, all kinds of cool stuff in that book. And again, that comes out Halloween Day, October 31st. That's going to be released Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Apple Books, all those fun places. And what I'm doing tonight on my show, I want to announce this real quick if I can, is to a lucky viewer. If you watch the show tonight, the person with the most activity during the show, the most questions, the most activity, wins a signed advanced copy of my book before it even comes out.
Cool.
They're going to get it before it even comes out.
Now you're giving me an idea.
Yes.
I'm
Because
asleep
I
around that
went
time.
one letter hard and push. Sense. No, I won't do it because sending it over, it's so expensive.
It is.
I
Now,
was,
the customs
I
shipping
know,
is fun.
I know, because I was talking to Sean Austin about his books, and I wanted to let them send them over, and
Mhm.
2 books was going to cost me $70.
Wow.
70, and the books were 20.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
But
So
Whoa.
I have a question. Why don't they just put it in a big envelope and just
Yeah.
put some stems on there and then mail it?
Like what I do
no idea.
when I send them overseas, I use bubble mailers.
Yeah.
And I send it out media mail, and I'll go to the post office myself, fill out the customs paperwork, and normally it'll go media mail at a reduced rate. However,
Yeah.
some countries, it's all different. It's so
Yeah, it is.
different with their customs and so forth. Just to get a
Yeah.
book over there, it's almost easier to say, "Hey, here's my ebook."
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
Exactly.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy just shipping things back and forth like that, and it makes it
It is.
hard because people, they still request some signed copies of my first book here and there, and they go to the site to do it, and they just kind of hello, and they go to the site to do it. They just send me an email, and then we set it up. I get their address, and then boom,
Yeah.
it's done. And I've mailed it to different and the shipping cost. That's what I can't get over is the shipping cost. Now that's went
Yeah.
up for
Yeah.
one thing, but the difference, the massive difference between going from one place to another, it's incredibly expensive.
It
But
is.
to get it over there, I'll get a copy to you too. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I will get a copy
Oh,
over to you two, a signed copy to both of you two.
That would be
Uh-huh.
cool.
Challenge accepted. Yeah. I have ideas now.
I want to do a shout out, a quick shout out. I saw Niels dropping in. So hi, Niels. And I know it was yesterday, but I didn't go on Facebook or whatever. But belated happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. My
Yeah.
Happy
goodness.
birthday.
Those are big.
Yeah.
Those are big. You gotta
Exactly.
you,
And
you gotta take advantage of the birthdays.
Yes, you do.
exactly. And Jimmy, of course. And
Hmm.
yeah, he's a fun guy, and he's not knowing it, but he's coming back as well.
Now he does. Now he does know.
And now he knows to talk about his latest book. Welcome. People are
Oh, I
really
just love
funny.
you two to pieces. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's
Shall
fun.
I?
It's fun coming on here because one can be themselves.
Oh,
You
by
know?
evening. Yeah.
Oh
Ebooks.
yes,
Yeah.
always. But yes, Todd, you can always be yourself with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody can.
I feel so welcome, so at home with you two. I really do. I feel like it's just like I'm coming over and we're hanging out. And
Oh yes.
that's how it should be. That's how good conversations start, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah,
True.
exactly. And the idea behind it, we're doing the podcast with different guests, but it's not about us, but all about our guests.
Yeah.
But we are allowed to laugh
Oh yeah, you
Oh
have
yes.
to laugh.
a lot.
You have
Yeah.
to laugh. Life is too short. Life is too damn serious sometimes not to take time and laugh. And I take a lot of time to laugh. You have to.
Oh yeah.
And I laugh a lot of things off. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going. I mean, when I leave work, I come home to work. It's insane. And then I'll be
It
finished
is.
with work around 10, 11 o'clock. It's
Yeah.
absolutely insane. But you know what? If you read the book, you'll see why I do what I do and why I keep so busy
Yeah.
so I don't screw up. Because the minute where I'm sitting here and there's nothing to do, I'm going to think of some things to get into, and that's not a good place to be for me. You know,
No.
so I just
No.
keep busy. I keep busy, and that keeps me out of trouble. So it's a labor of love. I love every minute of what I do for EVP Explorations. Absolutely, it is something that I feel this community needs extremely right now. There's so much going on in this community that people need shaken,
Yep. They
Yeah.
put back down, and they need told why we are really here. We are here to research life after death,
Yes.
the paranormal. Sure, there's UFOs and so forth, but as far as ghosts and spirits are concerned, we're here to research life after death. We're not here to collect followers. We're not here to collect film crews. We're not here to collect equipment. We're not collectors. We are researchers. We are investigators. And if you're in this
Exactly.
field because of that, thank you for being here. Thank you for being
Yeah.
here. You're an asset. If you're not, please leave. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
See, thank you for your
Yes.
contributions. Please leave
Goodbye.
because because that is slowing down this community. It's slowing us down, and I see
It is.
we're almost at a screeching halt. Now, sure, there's ITC has made some strides out there. Telekinesis has made some strides out there. EVP sits there at its own little boring level. But
Yeah.
some there and some out there, I hear rumors where people are saying EVP is dead. No pun intended. But it is not. It is
No.
still very much alive. One of the biggest problems with it is people don't know how to do it properly. They don't know how to conduct a proper EVP session. They don't know
Yeah.
how to properly analyze their evidence afterward. And that's why I created all those courses.
Mm-hmm.
Is because when I first started in this field years ago, I could not find a thing on the internet. Now, I was back with dial-up. Sure, it made it, it takes a minute. But all I could find, I found AAEVP and I found Sarah Wilson ESTEP. Those are the two resources that I had. That's all I had back then.
Mm.
So I wanted to And I struggled so much, and thank God they took me under their wing and showed me what to do and how to do these things properly and what they were for that matter. So I created a project back then. It was called Haunted Voices, and it was that show ran for 23 years, and it was a fun show. It started out as a platform for people to come, a community, if you will, for people to come and learn about electronic voice phenomena. Well, that kind of went to the wayside. You know, with these shows, guys, if sometimes they get away from you, sometimes they just pull away. That one kind of steered away from electronic voice phenomenon, which is my passion, EVP. That's what it steered away from that and went way, way out there. I mean, way out there down a rabbit hole. And I could not bring it back. So I had to kill it. I had to kill it. I had to kill it. I had to rebrand it. I had to redo it. I had to reinvent its main purpose. Its main purpose was to teach others about EVP and the paranormal.
Yeah.
So that's where EVP Explorations was born. I wanted to keep something focused on EVP, yet talks about all spirit communication, because everything down to your mediums, that's communication. Ouijas, those are communication tools, folks. Don't
Yes.
follow the stereotypes, follow the education. Okay? I can't stress that enough. And so what I did over there, and you know, I'm self-taught when it comes to building websites and so forth, and I put together a website, evpexplorations.com, where people can go and for free of charge, there's no stops, there's no little paywalls you're going to hit, there's no trials. This is all for free. You can go over there and take several different courses. There's 25 different courses over there now, and they're all text-based courses. 192 students registered that are taking these courses. So people are using them. They're going out there. They're building a foundation. Oh, go ahead, Shane.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, there's and they're using them. Go ahead.
I just gave myself up to do the course because I was like, you're never done learning, and I can always learn something from analyzing EVPs.
Oh, sure.
I'm good at it, but I'm not that good. But I did stumble upon something, and it's a question, not anything else. But is there a possibility instead of Adobe to use Audacity or
Yes.
WavePad,
Most
so you
definitely.
can use the same settings?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Those settings in there, and I personally I use Adobe Audition, and Audacity is a phenomenal program. WavePad is great as well. They're both, and those are two free programs. You can use those settings are universal. A noise gate is a noise gate. Noise cancellation is noise cancellation. A filter is a filter, and they're going to have them. It's just, you know, Adobe will process them faster on a different level. That's about the only difference. That's about the only difference with the program. So use Audacity. Use the guide that you'll find in the EVP 103 course over there. There's a guide. There's also just a straight course on how to process them using Audition. But use those same things. And I mean, it's less is more when it comes to that, Shane. You know that as well as I do. Less is more.
Definitely
And
is.
the less you take away from your recording, the more credible it makes it. It's just more credible.
Definitely true. Definitely true. Yeah. I noticed that because I started out picking up the little pieces like from the whole recording, like too short actually, because you heard, and I was like,
Yeah.
that sounded good in the beginning, but it doesn't sound like it right now. I learned from that, so I made it a bit longer. So you will hear me asking a question and then you get the answer. Then I was like, oh, that's a lot better. I still don't hear the answer, but it's a lot better already.
Yeah, and that's, you know, 101, EVP 101. If you're doing a question and answer session and you capture an EVP and you're going to share that or present it, always have the question before.
Yep.
unfortunately, a lot of mine were captured during stationary sessions, so there's no questions there. It's just
Nope.
that. But that's just the best way to present them, I think, and share them.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know. I know you guys have seen this as well. No one's sharing much anymore, are they?
No.
No one is. You don't see many pictures coming up. Hey guys, what do you think this is?
Oh, I see those a lot.
Fake ones?
Well,
A lot of them, yeah.
Depends.
No,
You see
the
those
prob-
orbs.
Sorry, you go
You
first.
see, yeah, you see those orbs or those pictures full of pixels, and they they threw a hula hoop around it. A hoop or two with a
Yep.
arrow, and if I have to present that, we are losing it.
Yeah. It's not.
I'm not using it.
It's, you know, a lot of teams used to, and a lot of them still do. They'll put the evidence and data they collect on their websites.
Yeah.
I think they feel it's safe there, and it is. It makes it credible that they're putting it up there, absolutely, by sharing it. But when I started this, we didn't have social media per se. We had MySpace, if anybody knows what that is anymore.
Yeah, I'm that old.
We do.
I'm that old.
We had that. So the only way we could share our data was via email. And we don't know how many people are sharing via email to their friends or team members or so forth. But as far as using social media as a tool for the paranormal, no one's doing it. No one.
Nope.
Not one person. And it's such a powerful tool to collaborate with, because you can have aside from your trolls and keyboard courage, bullies, your trolls, sift through that, folks. Share some of your data, get opinions. Don't be offended by what people say. They're opinions.
No.
Everybody
It's
has
a learning
them.
and it's a learning process.
Yeah.
Correct. You're always learning. Always
Yeah.
learning.
I shared out. Your question is coming in a second, Shane. I shared out, and I was talking to him on the phone using WhatsApp. Shall I put it out? Shall I put it out? Shall I put it out? Count from 10 to 1. And I was with 3 posted, and I shut down all the social media and didn't go back for 3 days.
Damn, Mary.
Real.
That was good
Yeah.
evidence, because we
Yeah.
showed a debunking, we showed EVPs,
Yeah.
we showed the shadow walking
Yeah,
around.
but
so-
my language.
Well, the language these days, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So many people I know over here, they get offended so damn easily.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they have
Yeah.
got to get over that. Get some,
Oh, yeah.
grow some thick skin, people. We're human beings. We used to be cave people walking around, beating the hell out of dinosaurs with clubs. Now we get offended when someone says the F word. Come on with that. Come on. This is a world that I love the world. Okay, I love people. I enjoy people. But some people shouldn't be on this world.
Agreed.
There's, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound mean when I say that. You know who you are, folks. The people that just can't get enough of the drama. They can't get enough of the bullying. They can't get enough of the fame and fortune. Folks, if you are in this field to make money, get the hell out now. It's not going to happen. Okay?
Nope.
It's not going to happen. This is one of the poorest communities, one of the poorest hobbies you can have, because a lot of the paranormal community are from a low income. You know, rich people don't have time for this.
No,
Nope.
Jack Osborne.
Yeah. Jack's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You know,
he has
Jack's
the
good to
money.
go.
Yeah.
You know, but they just, it's it's one of those feelings you have. I don't know if it's because I'm of the middle class, lower class, whatever you want to call the class, but it shouldn't depend on that.
No, it shouldn't.
But unfortunately, it seems to be stereotyped as that.
Exactly.
And hopefully this community, as a community, will come together once. And I'm not talking about going out there and crapping rainbows with para-unity all the time. You have to have some boundaries. You have to have rules and regulations. You have to have set ways of doing things.
Yep.
We have none of that, really. We really have no guidance. We have no organization. You have this person going to this conference while this person is sitting alone in a graveyard talking to someone they can't even see. You have this person over here. They're wondering when their film crew is going to show up so they can tell the client, hey, we're ready to start. So no one is on the same page. The same page being, let's go in there, help the client. That's what it's about, first and foremost, helping that client get some relief. We are their last resort. We are their counselor, if you will. We are here to help. We are here to help them, hopefully free of charge. You're not charging them, folks. That's not cool, because you're taking things from their home. Okay? If you want to put it this way, you're a thief.
Yep.
If you charge. So you're taking things from their home, their evidence, their data, their lifestyle, all these different things, their information. It is important, and it's important to keep all of that safe and respect their privacy. I've got a course just on client privacy, for crying out loud. There's an article there where people can read, and there's so many different facets in this field, so many things ethically that we need to worry about as a community that we're not. We're bouncing around here and there, and all I can do at this point in my life is sit back and watch. You know, I can't even drive a car yet. Once I do, look out, folks. I'm coming back. Okay, and that's going to be within the next 6 months. But the thing with this community is, they don't understand the right way, the wrong way. They're just doing a way. And I've sat back and I've watched it, guys, just scroll across on social media, and there's no importance anymore. There's no life after death. It's like no one cares anymore if there is a place after we die. But they do care if that conference is canceled. Oh, you cancel that conference, my goodness, you're going to burn in hell. But you don't take the time to research and educate yourself on researching life after death. You have no thing to say. Nothing.
Nope.
You know, and I'm not the end all be all here by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just a simple guy. I am a extremely simple individual that sees and observes and figures out that this community needs some serious help. It needs CPR at this point. It's laying there dead with vomit coming out of its mouth, and it needs help. It needs help now. And I just hope to shout that some body or some organization or some event can make a difference that shakes us to the core. Maybe somebody's going to present the evidence of all evidence one of these days, and maybe it'll take that to bring us back to where we need to be. But until then, we're going to fly off and without any organization, without anything, and we're going to be laughed at by science. We're going to be laughed at by society, period, like we are.
Yeah.
We're made fun of. Society knows. They see us as Ghostbusters, or they see us as whatever you see on television. We're nothing like that. You guys know that. We're nothing like that.
Exactly.
We're good, common people just trying to figure something out. You know, that's all. And people just need to kind of reboot in the community. The community needs to reboot, ground itself, get back out there and prioritize why we're here. You know, throw common sense out there in the midst. Throw some
Yep.
respect out there.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't trickle the respect. You throw that shit down. You have to. You know,
You have to. Exactly.
that's key.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's right. Niles has a good point right there. Most people do it for the attention. Like oh, what was it? I can't remember what I saw. It was the most ridiculous video. And someone really took the time to make this thing. And every bit of it was fake. Every bit of it was either AI generated or something. And
Yeah.
this thing had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of views. Yet, a real EVP capture
Mhm.
will have squat. It will have zilch. It will have nothing.
Yeah.
That blows my tiny mind. Are we that unfocused as researchers now that we're just letting all this slip by? Are we just letting this go by us without doing a thing? Do we care anymore? I don't see the passion. I don't see the motivation anymore. I see everybody branching out into their own little clique, but no one's coming together, which is why these conferences and conventions were actually brought up to begin with, was so
True.
people could get together and collaborate, share data. Sure, they're fun, but you know, lately they've turned into drunk fests or how much you can sell of your products, vendors, and you know, it needs to be more about collaboration and unity and just being a fellow researchers getting together in one location. That's hard to do in itself.
Yeah.
That's what they should be geared for. Not how many people they draw, but how many people they wake up.
Yeah.
And it is. And I love this community, guys. I do. It welcomed me with open arms when no one else would. Trust me, they wouldn't. Oh my goodness, half of them would call the cops. But they welcomed me with open arms. And I am as loyal as a dog. I will stay with them till the end, till my end. I may come back and haunt their ass, but I'll be here until the end with this community. I've seen it come and go time and time again, guys. The change from mainstream to taboo, then back again to mainstream. And it needs to slow down a notch. And I just think we need to regroup and refocus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about that as well. And what I see in the paranormal unity, not to start up bashing or drama or whatever, it's an extinction of politics.
Yes.
You see divide and conquer, and it's in the unity as well. And because of that, almost all TV shows are taken off here in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Just one is still on. And we're causing it ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
Bingo. You said the key words right there, Mary. We are creating our own chaos.
Yeah.
Every day, all day it's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And why? Why? What do you gain of it?
I don't see, you know, the only thing I can see that they're gaining from it is maybe some attention. There's not much financial gain with this, folks. So you got to get that out of your head. It's,
Exactly.
You
Stop doing that.
you do a show on CBS, they'll throw you $800, not 8,000, 800. Okay, it's because they're saying, well, we're getting you out there. See, so there's always catches. So with it, and you know what you said, Mary, that hit the nail on the head. It's getting out there and simply understanding why we are here as researchers, as investigators, as enthusiasts. You know, an enthusiast can turn to an investigator like that, just like that. And that's usually how it starts. they start with, okay, I want to go, let's go get scared. Let's go out there. I want to be scared. I want to see a ghost tonight. That's an enthusiast going out there. I want to see a ghost. A researcher is wondering why we see the ghost. An investigator, they're here to find out how we see the ghost. So
Yeah.
everybody has their place in this community. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Whether you're interested in just a little bit, maybe a few things, maybe just EVP, maybe just photography, it doesn't matter. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their spot in this community. And everybody's just floating right now instead of being on the ground.
Yeah.
If we were all on the ground with our little niches, with our little specialties, if you will, and we put those together, kaboom. Holy cow, we may screw up and figure out some of these mysteries. And maybe,
True.
just maybe, people are so afraid of the other side, because fear is a big thing. Fear of the unknown is huge. Maybe, as a mass community, we're all just too terribly scared, and we don't want to know what's going to happen on the other side. So we're trying to deviate it and use it for other means, this community.
Yeah.
So like I said, it goes off into different cliques. It's going off into different subsidiaries. And I call them that because they are facets underneath the paranormal, similar to what ITC is in EVP. You know, everybody is just separating. They're uneducated, a lot of people, so they're mixing. They're saying that the Estes method is EVP. That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
It isn't.
That is IVP or ITC. You know, it
Yeah.
is your responsibility to educate yourself. And now you can't use the excuse, well, that costs too much. Doesn't cost a damn thing. Doesn't cost a damn thing now, folks.
Everybody has this one.
Yeah.
We all have a voice recorder.
Hey,
And that's bull.
and this
And a
one.
camera.
So you can
See? No excuses.
no
Mm-mm.
No
You can record.
excuses. Especially with today's technology.
Exactly. And people should, at least the investigators that go by a long time already, if you have a lot of equipment and new, I have a mosquito. Go away. If you have a
good
lot of
luck.
crap and it's getting worse by the day, you have so many things in your closet, like Mary.
excuse me.
You have to admit you have a lot
Mary-
of stuff. in
Mary's
your closet.
face alone, that was priceless.
Yes,
You know I
but
love you.
I
No.
wanted to debunk everything, and that's
Exactly.
why I have it.
Yes, and that's the difference between Mary and another investigator. Everybody wants to use all the things they have. Just go back to basic for once.
Oh. Oh.
EVP
Oh, I can't.
recorder, camera.
I
and
can't
your
stress that enough, Shane. I can't, because less is more in this field.
Exactly.
Any way you slice it. If I mean, think about it this way, folks. You pull up to a house. You're doing a client investigation. Okay, first time there, and you're pulling up 4 or 5 cars deep. And then you go out to your cars. You're going out to your vehicles there. You're bringing in equipment case after equipment case after equipment case. And the spirits inside, they're watching you. They knew you were coming before you showed up.
Yeah.
And they're standing there going, what? If they think I'm going to do anything with all this going on, they have another thing coming. Number 2, all of that crap is going to distract the hell out of your senses, folks. They're going to kill them. Because you're going to become completely dependent on a computer or a device. You
Yeah.
can't. You got to use this. You got to
Yeah.
use this. Your body, your senses, your 6 senses. Use them. There may be 7 or 8 of them out there. We don't know. Use your senses. Use your gut. When you, because you're going to get better and more results. If you go into a client's home for the first time with the and I know it's impressive. Don't get me wrong. Oh, it's nice when you have the big DVR system all set up, all
Oh yeah.
these cameras. You've got zooms over here, whams over here. You've got this that lights up. If this happens, the net's going, you're good to go. The spirit is, I'm not going to talk to anybody that's throwing that crap at me. I'm not going to say a
Mm-mm.
word to, I promise. Even in the afterlife, I will not say a word to you. I won't. I'll wait. I'll wait because I know eventually you're going to realize that does not work. And
Nope.
you're going to come to your senses. You're going to come back and talk to me like a human being would. And once you do that, then you start getting the results. I've learned this, folks.
Exactly.
Trust me. Oh my God, have I screwed up in the past? Holy cow, I've pissed more of these things off than I've talked to them. Trust me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be careful. You have to know what you're doing out there in the field a little bit. Educate yourself. It's key. It's really going to help you get better results. And then you're going to go deeper and deeper into the field, and you're just going to snowball into an excellent researcher, which is what you really want to be. It's just no one really wants to do the legwork. And the legwork isn't sitting there watching a series on YouTube on how to research, folks. It's getting out there and doing it. You
Yep.
got to get out there. You got to get
Yes.
out there.
And overcome your own fears.
Yes.
That's important as well. And
It is.
we are going back to basics. And if people know the Holzer files, you had Ethel, and Ethel went into a trance. I'm slightly nervous to do that, so I used Gansfield,
Hmm.
and I went into a trance, and I splashed out some things, and afterwards, this guy, he got an EVP. You saw us earlier.
Mm.
Yep.
Wonderful. Because if I listen back, you hear me say, I have, like I was one of those men. I was talking in the I form and not what I was seeing.
Right.
So you
Yep.
put yourself in place of a spirit,
Hmm.
someone who's lost their lives, and afterwards you can do investigate with EVP, with some other stuff to see if you can uh, get any evidence of it.
Of course. That's beautiful. Well said,
Yep.
Mary.
Yeah,
That's important. It's important. And they, you know, they're humans too. They're just disembodied folks. They have an advantage over us, a big advantage. They know
yeah,
Yeah.
what's happening. I mean, they're pure energy now. And oh my goodness, are they powerful? You have got, if you're an enthusiast, especially, just heed this warning. Don't provoke. Don't go out there and piss these things off. They are going to retaliate. I've seen grown
yes.
men flipped in the middle of the air in a cemetery. Thin air. You're not going to win, folks. You're not going to win. Don't
won't.
provoke. Eventually, they'll kick your ass. I promise. They'll kick
Mhm.
your
They will.
ass. And you're going to get more with sugar than you do with vinegar anyway in this field.
Yeah,
And less is more, like I said. And just like Shane and I were talking about, you don't go in there with all this equipment. You maybe get a recorder, something to document it with, either a camera or a video camera, something to document it with. It's about all you need, folks. I mean,
yeah,
trust me. Back in the day, I had it all. I had natural EM meters. I had air ion counters, Mel meters. I had all kinds of gadgets that did one thing: distracted the hell out of me during the investigation. Because I'm worried about what this temperature says here when the EMF spikes here, and I don't notice it. I don't notice it at all.
No, exactly.
Or you're doing an EVP session, you have all this equipment around you, REM pods and so forth. I get it. You want to know if they're coming up to you. They may not want you to know that they're coming up to that device. Don't set traps for them. Let it be open. Let them
yeah,
make the choice. Let them make the choice. Don't trap them into a motion sensor. You know they're there. You
Mm.
don't need to know where they are. You know they're there.
Yeah.
So
Even though I do believe that if they don't want to show themselves or let them be noticed, they will not trigger anything.
that's correct.
They're
Yeah.
like, fuck you, I'm
Yeah.
already next to you.
Yeah, that's look at this guy. Look at this one over here. He's been here for
I
3
swear.
hours. He thinks that's a ghost. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what I would do, and that's what I'm gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
when I cross. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have fun with people over there. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with
I have a
people.
list.
I have a list, he says. But I mean, they're human beings. They're
Oh, yeah.
human
Yeah.
beings. They're just disembodied. And they are of the purest form, as to we're contaminated as hell. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you're dealing with something completely different, folks. Completely different than what you've
Yeah.
ever dealt with before. And until you actually have your own personal experience, which I think a lot of these experiences, apparition sightings, and so forth, they are personal, very personal.
They are.
They're not supposed to happen, but they do. Embrace those. Use those as motivation to learn more, to go farther. And then, once you see an apparition or two, you're not going to be so concerned with seeing an apparition. You're going to be concerned with why you are seeing it, how you are seeing it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that it's there. You get over that. You get
Yeah.
over that pretty quick.
Not only that, you know it's there.
Yeah. You know.
If you do this a long time, you know it's there.
Yeah.
You can feel it. If you're using common sense and your senses, you can feel. I mean, your hair raising on end. That is a tall tale sign of a static energy disturbance around you, folks.
Yep.
And one of the main theories of them manifesting and what they use is static energy or magnetism to communicate. It just theories are a dime a dozen in this field. But if you use common sense and think about it, your hair raises up. Something's going on. Your awareness as a human being is heightened. You know, you kind of go into this fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
You go into this warrior mode because you know something's about to happen. When you feel those things, folks, pay attention because shit's about to hit the fan around you. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to your surroundings. When you're doing these EVP sessions, for example, and you're sitting there asking questions and talking to people in thin air, look for them. Look around while you're asking questions. In between, while you're waiting for a response, move your eyes, move your head, move around. Don't shuffle your feet. That makes noise. Move your head.
Exactly.
Look around. Look at your surroundings. And then reconnect with yourself. Ground yourself before you go on these things so you can feel these things. It's
Exactly.
important. The spiritual side is just, I know, and guys, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I know they're all different facets of the paranormal, but it's all paranormal. We have UFOs over here. We have psychics over here. We have ghosts here. Near-death experiences over here. They're all unexplainable occurrences.
Yeah.
That's all paranormal. It's all encompassing. Now, that's a lot to learn. So stick to some a specialization. Like I wanted to jump into all this. I'm like, oh yeah. No, my goodness, it'll blow your tiny mind. Stick with something small. Start with something small. And I tried EVP. And that's where I stuck. I became obsessed with it. I tried photography, didn't like it so much. Videography, not so much. The audio portion, because I was a huge skeptic, and I tried to disprove everything before I started all this. And EVP is what brought me in. It is what convinced me that there is something out there. It wasn't a photograph. It wasn't a video. It was an audio clip that I captured that I didn't hear with my naked ears, but yet I heard it on there. Come on, explain that one, folks. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't. You simply can't. You just have to embrace it, use it, learn from it, get another one. And don't give up. Don't stop. I mean, this field will take you down if you let it. It will defeat you if you let it. Don't let it. If you go out there, you don't get results, go out there again and again and again until you get results. Change your approaches. Try different approaches. Try different methods. Try to be calm. Try to open your mind. Leave politics here, religion here, and go in there with an open mind that there is something there other than yourself that is human.
Exactly.
You know.
Plus, and there's something that people do tend to forget, especially now, because everything's busy around here. People do tend to forget that it costs a lot of energy to just speak
yes.
for spirits. And if it doesn't happen the first time, go back, like you said, go back, try it again and again. Because I think we all have that. We've been to similar places 10, 20 times before we got some good results. And then that's everything to do with the energy they have to give out to speak.
And if you think about it, okay, when you meet someone for the first time, it's not all conversational, folks. You're getting to know each other. You have to bond. Then you build a relationship. Just like you said, Shane, you go back again and again and again. You develop a relationship with those spirits. I'm not talking about the residual energy that's there. No one can hang out with residual. Okay. But the intelligence that is there knows you're there for the right reasons. You have the right intentions. Therefore, you're going to start receiving the right results. If you stick with it, be consistent, be very consistent with your work. Try different methods, like I said, but be consistent with them. Don't just go in there willy-nilly, you know. And another thing I want to say is when it comes down to equipment, folks, you don't have to go out and buy the task cam that is so sensitive you can hear two fleas having sex in a corner. You don't need that kind of power, folks.
Now I don't want one.
You don't need that kind of power. You just don't. Because, you know, the misconception is that people think, wow, that's clear as a bell. I can hear anything come through that. No. You're going to hear false positives come through that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get an inexpensive recorder, a normal recorder, digital recorder, okay? An Olympus, a Sony. Those are good brands. They have, you don't have to, don't go for the certain models. I don't memorize the models, folks. I've used hundreds and thousands of these things. I couldn't tell you a model to save my life, except for the DR60. I sold 2 of them. They're crap. So having the right equipment, is key. But when you get this equipment, don't just sit there, well, that's expensive, so that's going to work. No. Do me a favor and try this. Try this. When you go and buy your next piece of equipment, let's say it's a digital recorder, you go and you physically look, or if you're online, you're physically shopping for that digital recorder, go with your gut. Align with that piece of equipment. Don't just sit there and, well, I like that. That's red. I wanted red. Screw red. You're there to talk to dead people. You're not worried about colors, folks. Get what works. What aligns with you. What aligns with you. If you have a good feeling, hey, wow, I think this one's going to work and it's $40 cheaper. Guess what, folks? Odds are it's going to work. So you'll get it and you'll use it, and that's how you're going to get your results, because this is going to sound a little corny, but I have developed a relationship with my equipment over the years, and I'm sure a lot of you folks have as well. And you're going to.
Oh, yeah.
You want to marry this piece of equipment. You want to bond with it. You want to know everything it does, how it works, and why. You want to dissect it. That way, you can debunk this or put this as evidence. Too many come in and they see what's on television, or they or see an ad on one of these social media sites for the next latest greatest paranormal app or piece of equipment, folks, they're there to make money. Okay, they're there to market these things and brand these things to dupe you into buying them, thinking they're going to yield great results, and that's not the case. I've got a second-hand shoebox GE recorder that Sherry got at a second-hand store for next to nothing, and it came with 6 high-bias cassette tapes. Can't beat it. $15. That thing has produced more EVP. I mean, it's because she aligned with it in the store. She knew that I would want this. She knew that I would need this, that I had to have this. She didn't get it because it was expensive. She didn't get it because it was the next best thing. She got it because she knew it would work. And that's just the attitude. And it's all about attitude with this field. It really is. You guys know that. It's all about attitude.
It is.
Yeah.
It
That's
definitely
why
is.
I kept my mini disc with empty discs
Yes.
and the badass microphone. I know it's going to work.
You have to keep trying it, Mary. And
Yeah.
that's the thing is, see, we have all this new technology, and we have something that is scary, very scary, called AI. It is a very scary thing, folks, but it is one hell of a tool that just may break some of these things because the rest of us are too dense to think about it. So it may be up to something similar to AI or something similar to actually figure this out. But you can use that to help you differentiate certain things in your data as well. Don't use it as a tool. Don't do everything with it. You're just gonna be fried. Because it's going to take you down so many rabbit holes. Holy cow. It's insane. But we have this old question, this old equipment with today's technology. Use them together. They just may work. Use them together.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question, and it's not a stupid question, Niels. Will a phone work good enough to record? Yes, it does.
My, yes. Yes, if you have an iPhone, it's called voice memos. I've captured several of it. Okay, here's a trick. Like when you're going to those, some of these historical landmarks you guys go to, and they have tours, but they would never allow an investigation whatsoever, but they do allow cell phones. I've captured several EVP at old presidents' mansions. You do what you have to do. The recorder on your phone is freaking phenomenal. And you don't have to don't go out there and get an external mic for that. We're out there looking obvious. Use that as discreetly too. Yeah. But you could use that for an investigation. Absolutely. Yeah. And you can get timestamps off that just like anything else. And it records the phone's microphone is an omnidirectional microphone, which picks up a 360 area. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's your added bonus right there, folks, because those things aren't cheap. They're not cheap. Most people will go out there and record EVP with unidirectional, your old talk show microphones that are just one direction, like this. It's omni. So be careful what you're using. I'm not saying, a unidirectional is the best, but it's going to get you the most results because it captures from 360. So your phone has that, and use it. Take advantage of it until you can afford a stationary recorder, a single digital recorder, or even better, an analog cassette recorder. Go get one of those bad boys. Have fun with that thing. Have fun with it. Yeah.
Well, I might have one on the attic.
Get it out of the attic. What?
Yeah.
I'm sending you some tapes, Mary.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that thing out of there.
A big mosquito. A huge.
You guys got a mosquito problem over there in the Netherlands.
I'm cleaning out my attic, and I found my mini disc, and some other stuff.
I'll
So
tell you what, get that old cassette recorder out of the attic. I've got an article over on the website that tells you step by step how to clean it and how to demagnetize it, and
ah,
go out there and
it's
use it.
handy.
Go
Ah,
out there and use it. Now, it's different, folks. For those of you, I know a lot of you newer folks, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about when I say cassette recorder. You're like, what? I'm sorry. It's an analog tape, magnetic tape, and you put it in there. You get you get less EVP with an analog, but they're more profound. They're more pronounced. They're more
Yes.
vocal. As to where digital, you're going to get a ton of them, but most of them are going to be of your class C's, maybe low B's. Very few class A's are captured on a digital recorder. I've captured one on a digital, but that's after 26 years.
wow.
One on a digital. Most of my EVPs have been captured on analog. Absolutely. And it's not because that's the best way to do it. I think that's what aligns with me, is using that. Someone
Yeah.
else can use a digital recorder and get class A's all day long. I don't know. But the analog aligns with me. That's how I was taught. So I'm a creature of habit. So it takes a lot for me to steer into something else. So I stick with the analog. And it is a little more expensive, folks. I mean, about 5 tapes, it's going to cost you around $11, $12 for 5
Yeah.
tapes. And you can only use them once, one side, and then you have to pitch them. It's kind of sad in a way these days. They used to be a dime a dozen, but they're a little expensive. But the results you get from them are bar none. Hands down, they're just better. And I don't know if
Yeah.
it's because of the white noise in the background, guys. I don't know if it's because of the magnetism from it going across the heads. I don't know how it sticks. Do they talk into the microphone at all? I don't know. I mean, I've done experiments where I've cut the
It ain't gonna work.
I've done it twice. It doesn't work. You can't. I did it to my own kids when they were little because they wondered what I did, and I was explaining to them what the cassette recorder was. No, the the biggest question I got were why are there so many buttons on that? And what does the pause do? They didn't understand the reason for the pause. Why would you pause? Well, it's an old piece of equipment, okay? And you put a rotary phone in front of them, they'll do the same thing. What the hell's this?
Exactly.
They wouldn't be able to communicate for the rest of their life if that's all we have were rotary phones.
They will try
These-
to push the button.
And that's
Not working.
okay. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I understand technology. It does. It's very advanced these days. Most people aren't even thinking about analog type of equipment. And I'm talking about back your Polaroid cameras, folks. I
Yeah.
highly recommend using those for investigations. Even get those new mini ones they have. Those will work. They have them. They're like $80. They're mini, but they're good. And because they won't produce false positives like digital cameras do.
True.
Get you an SLR camera. Invest.
Oh, now you're spoiling it, Todd, because I have a camera and it's working. I have cassettes with it, so shame.
Aha!
We have something new to do.
Aha! I love this. See?
Yeah.
It's how it all works. I mean, there's so many of these things we have in our house, and we don't even realize we have them. Communication tools. One of the easiest tools to communicate with is a dowsing rod. A set of dowsing rods, folks. You can make these out of coat hangers from your closet, wire hangers, if they still make them. I think they do. I think they
Yeah.
still make wire. Yeah, they do. The old wire hangers. You bend them, and then you have the straight end and the bent end that goes in your hand, and boom, you've got dowsing rods. That's what Sherry uses. That is her communication tool. That woman gets results. Those things about fly out of her hand. She has the one, I got her the set with the swivels, so you can't move it. It just swivels in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're great ways. It's a great way to start communicating, to learn how to form your questions, to learn how to properly deliver your questions. You don't want to, overrun them. You don't want to piss them off. You don't want to sit there and throw a bunch of info at them.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want that done to you, so don't do it to them. The dowsing
Right.
rods, it's a good way to discipline yourself on communication, on
Yeah.
pausing. Dowsing rods are immediate. When you say, when you give them, hey, if you want no, you have them cross. If you want yes, you have the rods move out. Once you get that down, they're moving. They're going.
It will. Yeah.
And you just become this conduit. I don't know how it works. Very similar to a Ouija, I feel, a Ouija board.
Yeah.
The same principle, I think. But when you introduce mechanical equipment like a cassette recorder, digital recorder, ghost box, that's when it becomes a whole different animal, folks. You're going out of
Sure.
natural at that point. Dowsing rods are natural. That's a natural. They used to do it with sticks. So that's a natural piece of equipment. Your mechanical equipment, like I said, it's going to have flaws. It's man-made, so it's going to have flaws. And there's going to be things that people will debunk all day long with equipment. So your skeptics will be all over you, all
Oh, yeah.
over you, and that's okay. Let them. This community wouldn't thrive. It thrives because of skeptics.
does,
That's
yeah.
why we're still here, because there's so many
Keeps
skeptics.
us sharp.
Yes. So use your common sense with this equipment. Align with it, bond with it, do your best with it, but most of all, don't give up with it, because
Yeah.
it can be very discouraging, this field. You're sitting there for
Oh, yeah.
4 hours wasting your time, you think, but you're not. In that 4 hours, you developed a relationship that you didn't know even happened with that spirit that's been next to you the
Sure.
entire 4 hours.
Yeah.
You never know.
Breathing
No.
in your neck.
I know
What's she
exactly
want?
what you're talking. No, exactly. I've had my investigations that I'm like, the hell am I doing here? Nothing's happening. I don't feel anything. I was
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah.
And I went home and I listened to the recordings. I was like, well, goddamn, there's a whole conversation on this one.
And
They were talking to me. Fuck, now I have to go back again.
Yeah.
and it's always missed. It's missed by so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The comment from Noreen. I've lived in my house 34 years and have had paranormal experiences. But like you say, it's not all the time. It seems to happen in waves. So expecting something
Yes.
every time in a building is not going to happen.
Exactly. Noreen, that is exactly perfectly well said. They're not performers, okay?
Nope.
Not?
We're not going to a show. We're not going to investigate an amphitheater and expect a band to come out and kick off. That's not how it's going to work. They I feel they have a mind of their own. They know what's going to happen before it happens. So they know
Oh,
when
yeah.
to come out and when to go
Yeah.
back. I think they can come and go as they please. A spirit can. A ghost is more earthbound, more residual, if you will, like a time repeating itself, a record playing over and over.
Time loop.
Yeah, time loop. And your spirit has accepted death, knows that it is crossed, and chooses to go back and forth, and that's where you
Yeah.
get your intelligent hauntings. And I think they kind of duck into portals or duck into a vortex here. A lot of your homes, if you know what you're looking for, you know what you're doing, folks, you can find a vortex. You can find a portal.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I had an experience. Now I want to know your opinion. I have 2 dogs and they are quite sensitive and they go coming in and out of the room all the time. I had someone over and those bitches were jumping on the couch, on the sofa, on the stool. And The smaller one came to me, turned around, and got spooked. And I have them for 7 years. After I comforted her, um, put her into bed, I took my equipment. Um, the temperature in that spot was 3 degrees off
Mm-hmm.
of the rest, and it was a circle beneath my couch. It took my dog 2 weeks to go to that spot again. She kept turning around, turning around, turning
Won't go
around,
near it.
and she was really, really spooked. A portal or
Odds are that is a portal. Yes. Um, Vortexes, what I found over the years, those are more okay. A portal is like a door or a small door or a window. A vortex is more like a bus station or an airport. So your vortexes can be they're going to give off the strongest magnetic disturbance. A vortex will, and
yeah,
a lot of those are found in basements, closets. Uh, they're tucked away. Portals, you drop one of those in the middle of the room, doesn't matter. That it's just it's and I don't know if that was maybe something that somebody on the other side just broke the veil.
yeah,
There's a little time tear or something there, but it's a way for them to travel because we're in the third dimension, and I believe they're in the fourth, fifth, and sixth.
yeah,
So in order for them to come to the third, something has to break. Something has to break in
yeah,
order for them to come through. Because
yeah,
they're not supposed to come back, I don't think. I don't think they're supposed to. They do. Or they found a way to do it, maybe. I don't know. That's why a part of me can't wait to get over there, man. I'm telling you.
Understandably.
I just want to learn this stuff.
yeah,
Hmm.
But to have the vortex, which would be more like a bus station, that's where you're gonna have more of a more active, intelligent haunting, and you're gonna get multiple voices from that location if there's a vortex present. You may go there once and record a female and two males, and then you go back there again and you record a separate two females and four males because the vortex, it's whoever comes by to visit, or a portal, they're finding a way in there. Usually that's what creates the haunting in the home is when one of these terrors occur.
yeah,
And next thing you know, the house is haunted. Another way is ley lines, which are the imaginary paranormal type key lines that are ground on ground level, and those can sometimes produce hauntings. Sometimes people will build upon a cemetery where they moved the tombstones, left the bodies, for example, or an
yeah,
Indian burial ground. They have no idea, and they build upon it. It's going to piss them off. So
Hmm.
hauntings are created uh, in that way, I feel, by those kinds of disturbances. The homeowner comes in after that house has been dormant, just laying there for 2-3 years, and then a new homeowner comes in. Well, the spirit's going to be a little cranky, and because that was theirs. So now they had their home back. Now somebody else is in there. They start to rile up a little bit. They start opening some cabinets, hiding some keys, and so forth, making their presence known to try and run those people out, maybe. But the trick is to learn how to coexist with them there. Talk to them. Talk to this, and you advise your client of this. You simply, advise them. I think it's best. Yes, go into the bedroom. If that's the place that has the most activity, go into that bedroom and have a serious talk with the entities inside there and simply say, I live here too. I want to coexist with you. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to send you away. I just want to live in the home with you. That's all it takes.
yeah,
Haunting comes down, client's happy. You can take your leave at that point. Case is
yeah,
closed. you know, and that's the end goal of what we want with these investigations is closure. 9 times out of 10, you don't get it.
True.
You don't get it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I have boundaries. My bedroom is mine and the shower is mine.
Oh, yeah. I got into this field, guys, and I take a shower now, and I'm like, oh,
I don't. I
I know
don't.
someone's here. Hope you like what you see. It's antibacterial soap, so we're okay.
Oh my God. I had this one time, and people are going to laugh in the chat, but I was in my bed, midsummers. It was 110 degrees 2 years ago. So I just had my my underwear on, and my mascara and my eyeliner were pushed down the TV stand,
Ooh.
and I had to go to the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Real
yeah,
quick like.
yeah. So I was lying there. Oh my God, I need to go. I need to go. I need to go. And there's a spirit in my room. There's a spirit in my room. I need to go. He's going to see I don't have a t-shirt on.
Yep.
After 15 minutes, I thought, what the heck?
I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I mean,
Watch.
it's
Watch.
they're going to watch,
Yeah, I don't want to
but
stalk her.
you're not going to know about it until you go over until you cross over there, Mary. And when you cross over, they're going
He
to
spoiled
there'll be
it.
a
He
bunch of people
spoiled it.
clapping.
That one spoiled it by smashing that stuff on the ground. Noreen has something to say. The night her partner passed, she was sad, feeling numb. Next thing, she heard clock bell chiming
Hmm.
and spooky wow. I whoa, that's spooky wow.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Um. Yeah. Haunted
Scooby Doo,
objects.
right?
Holy cow, Noreen.
Yeah,
That's ooh. If I had an old Scooby Doo mystery machine toy or something like that come to
yeah,
life in the middle, I would piss down my leg. I would absolutely piss down my leg because the energy it takes, and that has happened. That has
yeah,
happened so many
Yeah.
times with haunted objects. They can carry an attached spirit to them, folks. They really can. I mean, it's been proven time and time again, documented. But to have a little toy, a child's toy, manipulated by a spirit is the
yeah,
scariest thing on the freaking planet. It really is to have. And when I investigated the Sally house a lot, oh my goodness, the toys would come to
yeah,
life in
yeah.
the
They were
nursery,
put in a circle
and you
all
would
the time.
leave. You would leave and come back, and they're in a completely different location.
Yeah,
The toys, and I think it's spirit's way of getting your attention, but also saying, we're here, we're not leaving, and we can move shit. you know? So it's putting that in your head.
yeah,
So and that's going to cause a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you're going up against something, folks, you cannot defeat. Okay, you can't take them and put them in a jar. Okay, it's not an absolute. A spirit's not an absolute. It's energy, man. It's just
yeah,
that's what I think it is. It can't be It has to be transferred. It can't be destroyed. It can't be. You just can't. You can't hit it with a bat. You have to come to terms with it. If
yeah,
you're in a haunted home, you have to come to terms with it. If you don't, then you just leave the home.
yeah.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you just leave the home.
Exactly. The theory, would it be possible for a portal to appear stronger around a date when something happens in the past on that location, like an imprint in time? Same for EVPs, like energies being stronger about a certain date.
Excellent question, Niles. Yes, You have they're called anniversary hauntings. A lot of times, you'll go. For example, we just did a private investigation at a house where recently, it was about a year and a half ago, the homeowner hung himself with a vacuum cleaner cord right there in his own living room. Now, when I was standing by that location, setting up for the evening, standing there, and the hole is still there that he used to drill. Everything's still there except the cord and him. And you can feel that you can feel the presence. You can feel the presence. I'll say that with your senses. And when you have that type of haunting, years, maybe the next year, that day, that if someone goes there on that exact day, that exact time where he did that, yes, they may capture some evidence. And an example of that, quick one, is I investigated a place in Palestine, Illinois called the Fife Opera House. Oh my goodness. Active as hell, this place. Very active. A lot of activity. Now, we were up on the second floor. I was with Jason Snyder and his team. And we're sitting there. It was about 2:30 a.m. And all four of us at the same time heard a gunshot. And we thought it was coming from outside. Something happened. If you guys know Palestine, Illinois, there's literally like 400 people that live in this little village. It's a village. It's not even a town. It's too small. So you're not going to have anything like that there. So you can debunk that immediately. You don't have that kind of activity, especially that time of night there. Now, all four of us heard this gunshot, and come to find out, after we did some digging, some research, old Harold Fife committed suicide on that floor. Shot himself right there. And we happened to be at the right place at the right time during his anniversary haunting. Didn't even know it. So, in a sense, folks, you're drawn to these places. You're pulled to these places. Timing is everything, because time is something we made. Okay? Spirits have no concept of time. They don't know what time is. There's no time. Time is something we idiots do. That's how we keep track. Spirits have another way, I'm sure. So time is irrelevant, and you really can't use it in this. And I know a lot of researchers will disagree with what I'm saying. Quantum physics and so forth. Folks, we're overcomplicating it. I think it's something so simple, so natural. It's right under our noses. And we're sitting here worried about quantum physics when it's right there. And we're just missing the entire thing. It's so simple, I think, on how they come through and communicate with us. And the barrier can't be very thick at all. The veil has to be extremely thin. Certain times a year, it's even thinner, around October, November. The thinnest, the day, November 1st.
Yeah.
All Saints Day, that is the day the veil is at its thinnest. That is when most activity occurs. All Saints Day. Not necessarily Halloween, but close enough. And you have all of these factors, these natural factors. Weather, plays a key factor as well, which produces static electricity, which produces activity. They just go hand in hand. And they're so simple like that, guys. And we're just taking it and complicating the hell out of it to make ourselves, I think, better understand. But it's not us that really has to understand to communicate. That spirit needs to know our intentions are true. That spirit needs to know why we are there. We're not there to send them away. We're not there to mess with them. We're there to talk to them. And intentions, grounding, all of that is very important, I feel, in this field, because the closer we can get to these natural elements, the better. Because I really think it's that simple, guys. I really do.
It is.
I agree for fully 100%.
It has to be, because, there's math as well as a man-made thing, and I know it's a great tool, folks. I'm a simple man. I'm a general math kind of guy. You put algebra in front of me, I'm going to run. But I don't think it's that complicated. I truly don't. I think we are simply missing the big picture because we're too busy going way too far outside of the box that we can't even see the box anymore. So
Exactly.
come back to the box
Hmm.
and start again. And then
I know.
see
I know for sure it is that simple. Because mathematics and me, we don't go together.
yeah, it's another mathematics, another man-made thing. And we rely too much on that. And we're not relying on our senses, which are not man-made. They are of a higher power, I
They
feel.
are.
So use them. We have it. It's free. Oh boy, is it free to use? It's free. And if you keep an open mind throughout your investigation and you keep your intentions good, you keep your intentions true, they're going to communicate with you. Okay? It really is that simple. It really is. And I'm not saying you'll get something every time, but boy, does
No,
that increase your odds. That increases your odds.
it does.
It's don't overcomplicate things, folks. Don't make things harder than what they are. Don't think because this person has a PhD that they are the end all be all in this field. That is incorrect. Bingo, Niles.
Yes, it is. And I'm always saying this one has a PhD in science, this one in algebra and whatever. But how are they going to prove that what they claim is scientifically proved
Right.
is the truth?
Yes.
It's all theory and assumptions, and we think it's this, we think it's that. And now people are going to school learning things from Einstein and Tesla or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's theory, what's put in your head, what's taught by Einstein, Tesla, or whoever. But is it the truth?
Yeah. And the truth hurts a lot of people, unfortunately. And that's the thing is
Yeah.
you had people like Edison back in the day. His biggest project was the phone of the dead. A lot of people didn't even know he was working on that. He wanted to talk to his mom, you
Yeah.
know? So he worked his ass off on that thing. Never made much of it. But you have people like Edison, your pioneers in the field that a lot of people forget about. You need to understand, folks. Without them, we wouldn't be here at all.
True.
We wouldn't
True.
have these methods that we have. And what's crazy and what I don't understand, guys, is the methods we use. You know, for example, EVP, your walking method, your standard stationary method, your question answer method, all of this came from those pioneers back in the day. Now, they could develop methods and regulations and rules and ethics back then. Why the hell can't we do it now? Why? Why is it so stale? Why has it gone to the wayside to where we're forgetting about these people now? Frederick Jurgensen, Raudiva, all these guys that brought communication, that brought the paranormal to the world. It used to be just over there in the UK. Then the US got involved. Sarah brought it over here, you know, and spread it across here. So it worked back then. Why the hell can't we do it now? When we have
Exactly.
more technology, we have more documentation, we have more experience, but yet we cannot. Those methods haven't changed, and I don't know how long since they were incepted. Since inception, they have not been changed. You know,
No.
the classification system for electronic voice phenomenon that was developed by Sarah Wilson Estep. She was a preschool teacher. ABC, boom, boom, boom. There you go. Very simple, very easy to remember, very simple to apply to your data. So the problem, and Mark, my producer, and I, we're actually working on, both of us are working on a new classification system. And I want one that is extremely simplistic, like what Sarah created. It's got a few things added because technology's changed over the years. So if you have a simplistic system like that, an A, B, C, A being the best, C being the least, why don't we use it? Why are we misusing these methods that have been proven to work? Why are we not using them now? We're not using them at all. People are trying different things. I get it. But if something works, use it. If it's a boundary set, we have very few boundaries in this community. Very few. If those rules, those ethics were made, sure, they may be ambiguous, they could be stretched and so forth, but they were made. We need to continue to use those, or all science is out the window because all of our variables now are bouncing all over the place. We have none. So if we stay with a consistent system, for example, using that same classification system, using the same method, tried and true method we use for question and answer sessions and so forth, if we're all consistent, then we can be scientific. We cannot be scientific until I use the question and answer method the same way Shane uses it and the same way you use it. We can't be anywhere near scientific. Anywhere near. So all of them taking that scientific approach, a lot of time they're wasting. Use the intuitive approach. Use common sense. Use your mind. Use your senses. You're going to find that science plays very little in this field. It really does. It seems that it's going to be overcrowding it, that it's going to say, okay, science owns the paranormal because science is the only thing that can explain the paranormal. Incorrect. The paranormal explains the paranormal well enough itself.
Yeah.
You don't need science in there to mess it up.
Nope.
Science needs an absolute to really work. And in this field, there are no absolutes. You throw a question out there, you're not going to get an answer every time.
Nope.
You go to a home, a haunted location, you're not going to see an apparition every single time.
No.
When you do, like I said earlier, you can't take that apparition, hey, you, come here, get in the jar. No. No. It's not how it works. That's the only way. If we get a little ghost in a jar, hand it over to science, science is going to go, oh, damn, boy, we got it all wrong. Carry on. Science is there for different reasons than the paranormal, I feel.
Yeah.
I quantum mechanics and so forth explain the deep spaces, the string theories, for example, the different ways that maybe spirit can come to this plane.
Yeah.
But for the most part, common sense is going to explain most of this for us, because I think a lot of these guys are personal experiences that we have. I may see an apparition right in front of me, and I have, and no one else has seen it. And you're going to sit there and question your sanity. Did I really see that, or did I miss my meds this morning? It's you're going to question yourself. But if you see that, you were meant to see that. And sometimes if you look at the apparition, for example, and the apparition makes eye contact with you, that's an intelligent being. They also knew that this encounter was going to happen. And sometimes there's an old story I read in a book. Oh my goodness. Really freaked me out. It went deep. A gentleman bought a new home, lived by himself, and he's moving things around, and he's moving into his kitchen, okay, moving the utensils and all the kitchenware and everything in there. He's going back and forth to the boxes, back and forth. He goes in one time and walks through time, and in his kitchen, different, it looked completely different, he said. In his kitchen, It was older cabinets and so forth. There was a table with a family sitting there staring right at him. And then there it went. So he experienced what's called a time tear.
Yeah.
Ripping the veil. And that's where Einstein comes in. Oh man, I wish that guy was still alive. Oh, Al. Oh man. He could just answer so many of these questions we have.
Oh,
He
yeah.
really could. He really could. He's probably the only one that can. Him and Stephen Hawking, maybe. But the man experienced a time tear in his own home. Does that mean it's haunted? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. That just means that there was a rip in the veil at that point in time. But it dissipated, it disappeared, but they were looking at it, which means it was an intelligence. Now, did he witness a spirit family eating dinner, a residual moment? No, because they made eye contact, so it wasn't residual. Or did this man literally step back in time in his own home and experience a time tear?
Yeah.
It's been known to happen. It's crazy. It's way out there. And I sat there and I thought about that for weeks, this story. I could not get it out of my head, guys. And to this day, it still makes me think how close we really are to the other side. We just can't see it. It's right there in front of us. We just can't see it, I think. Right there. All we have to do is, there it is. But we can't do that. Because when we do that, it moves around with us. It's constantly moving around, this energy. And when that barrier is broken with time tears or an EVP capture, a photograph, any kind of apparition sighting, that's when it's disturbed. And that's when it's thin enough to where the activity occurs, I think. And it's very simple. Very simple. Thin comes through. Tear comes through. I don't need quantum mechanics to figure that out.
No, exactly.
Now, it's just this field will take you down a lot of rabbit holes. You just have to pick and choose what rabbit holes you want to go down. That's all.
Sure.
There's a lot of them. But damn, it's a fun place to be.
Oh,
It
yes,
really
it
is.
is. This is the most fun hobby I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most
And the
satisfaction.
Addictive.
Yes. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I thought alcohol was bad. Oh no.
Nope.
Nope.
This is worse.
No, oh my goodness. But
There's no going back.
yeah, there isn't. You can't sit there and you can't see an apparition out there and go, I didn't see that. Yeah, you did. No,
Not
No.
today. Not today.
Yeah,
I call
you-
the paranormal.
you can't unsee it. You can't sit there and you can't disbelieve yourself. I mean, you saw this with your own eyes.
Yeah.
This isn't somebody telling you a story. This is something you personally experienced. Embrace it, folks.
Yep.
Embrace it. Don't
Exactly.
don't go, I'm not going to tell anybody about that. My goodness, they'll think I'm crazy. No, we won't. No, we will come to you for help. Okay. You
Yes.
need to get these experiences out there. And that is one of the good things of television is we were able to get, it did make it more to where people can, it's not as taboo as what it used to be. People can talk about death and ghosts and so forth, and they're not, it's nothing like that. It's more open
Please
these
help
days.
everybody.
It's just a lot more open. So use that. Take advantage of it.
Neil says I experienced the same. The woman, this woman carrying a basket with linens in my hallway, and I was like, "Oh, hi, Elizabeth." Then she vanished, and then the hallway changed. So I dove in the archives. It turns out Elizabeth
See?
was once in his house.
Yeah, see? That's how it works. And it's like, I mean, no one knows why, for example, residual activity, the Stanley Hotel, there's tons of residual there. These sounds may occur the same time every night. These sounds may occur the same time twice a week. You just don't know. So with residual activity, what holds it? Is it the foundation? Is it the limestone? And you know, is it the ground itself that's so absorbent that it holds all that energy there? Because if you think about it, since the dawn of man, there's been a lot of dead people. A buttload of dead people. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy to fill space. If it has a mass to it to begin with. If it has a mass. It may just be nothing. Who knows? But that's a lot of energy to fill. Where's it all going to go? It has to hide somewhere. It has to be absorbed, transferred into a limestone foundation that's porous, or the ground that's even more porous. And then it fills and it fills and it fills over the lifetime of the house. The homeowners are living in there, living their lives, and everything's being documented in the limestone.
Mhm.
And then after time, when that gets filled, it starts to seep. It just kind of bloop, pops out, and you may see an apparition walk across the room. You may hear a door open that's not even there. And that's residual activity. And that's the big difference between residual and intelligence, of course. Residual is tough. It's tough to differentiate because
Yes.
you don't know. You know, when you see an apparition walk across the room, they're moving, they're not looking at you, but yet maybe they didn't see you, but yet they're still intelligent. You see what I mean? You see how confusing it can
Yeah.
get? It can just go down so
Yeah.
many different rabbit holes. So you have to take your experiences, your personal experiences, I feel, that I've learned, and you have to base your foundation off of your experiences, because some people are going to have more personal experiences than others. Some people are magnets. Some people are so open-minded and so open to spirit, they don't even know it. But subconsciously, they're beacons. They are catalysts. They are hosts for a lot of spirit activity. So, you know, your poltergeist, for example, that's how a lot of that stems. The spirit world is a tricky one. We can even, it's been documented, we can manifest our own. They're called tulpas. And we can manifest our own just by intention, because our minds are amazing tools.
Yes.
And telekinesis, psychokinesis, all of these different abilities, I think they're legit. I've seen them. I've seen them happen time and time again. There's documented cases. You can read them out of them everywhere. Those kinds of senses are all we need, I feel, to figure out why. But we're not diving into those senses.
No.
The Mayo Clinic, for example, no one is diving into these senses and dissecting those because they're too worried about freaking quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
And what AI says. Who cares what the hell AI says? AI wasn't there, you were. So use your foundation, your knowledge, your experience, because that's the best way to document it. It's hard to scientifically document something, guys, when there's no science in it. It's
Exactly.
really hard. It's hard. It's hard. You know, your variable, you have water, you have a recorder, you have another recorder. There's your variables, okay? And you know, go back to high school science, and you're going to see that it's not going to be anything static or steady. It's not going to be anything consistent. It's going to be completely random. And science is not random. It is
Nope.
consistent. It has to be, because it's science.
Exactly.
You know, the paranormal deals more with common sense and belief. It's not like you believe in Santa Claus. You're believing in yourself, knowing that there is something out there, and your job is to figure out what that is. You're not out here to prove it to anybody. You don't have to prove it to another human being. You don't even have
No.
to prove it to yourself. Just convince yourself enough. And I've convinced myself enough to know I'm not afraid of death. I don't fear death any longer. I know there's too much going on out there. Way too much going on out there, guys. I don't fear it any longer. And I always, when I was a skeptic, I always feared death. always feared. I was terrified of it. You know, that's the end. It's black. It's just blackness. You know, I don't think it's just blackness, guys.
No.
Not for what
Nope.
no. Way more involved than that.
Yeah.
Way more. Incredible stuff though. I love this stuff. I just live and breathe it, you know. I really do. And I'm going to continue to, because I'm stubborn. I'm a very stubborn individual,
Good.
and I'm going to continue doing this until either I die myself or I figure something out. One of those two things are going to happen before I stop, because there's too much to learn, too much to experience, to just let it slip by and just not even think about it at all. I mean, no, there's way too much. You got to
There
keep
is.
that in the front of your mind and the back and both sides.
Oh yes, we will. That being said, I am going to be a party pooper because we're in 1 hour and 45 minutes already.
Holy cow,
Yes.
guys! I'm sorry. Oh,
No.
No, it's
no
fine.
problem.
It's fine.
you sure?
Yeah,
I got a
we
big
talk.
mouth. I got a big mouth, guys.
No, we truly love talking to you, and we are going to do it again for sure.
Oh yeah, anytime.
There's
You guys
so
know
much
that.
to talk about.
Oh yeah, I love you two to pieces.
Yeah,
We love you.
that's sweet.
You
That's
guys are
sweet.
great people. You guys are great people.
So, with you in our midst, I want to thank everyone in the chat. Sorry if we didn't put up all your comments, but we did read them. And thank you for participating.
Yes.
Next week, we are back, and I'm nervous as hell. I'm not going to say who it is, but I give you a hint. If you want to know something about historical locations, who are you gonna call?
And it's not Ghostbusters. Just a hint.
Oh man, be a fly on the wall.
If you get curious, you just have to watch.
Oh, it's
Todd
gonna be
knows,
worth
and
it,
he's not gonna
folks.
tell.
Exactly. I had the confirmation, and he has put it on his calendar, and he's looking forward to doing this. So,
Yes.
Awesome.
if you want to know about history, books, and how to put out a podcast,
You have to call him.
That's
Yeah.
your man. Yeah, you got to tune in next week for this guy. Holy cow.
You do. You
So-
definitely do.
yeah, absolutely. Special for Todd because he was shaking all around. We do put down a countdown again, and we are flipping to the background one by one. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
The royal wave. We forgot
Yes.
the royal wave.
A special one. A special one.
Yes.